Welcome to Training Session 2 for STAR Advisors, where you'll learn how to work with recruiters to make their searches more productive using the STAR Performer Career Network, and how you can accelerate your own job search by doing so. After we cover the final preparation steps for becoming a STAR Advisor, we'll talk in detail about how to connect with recruiters, how to be a visible support to your chosen recruiters, and when and how to ask for their help in obtaining a position that's of interest to you. We've crammed a lot of information into this video, so you may want to hit the pause button from time to time, or download the slides and save them as a guide. We'll show you how at the end. Once you've completed preparations to become a STAR Advisor, as detailed in our first training session, and you've completed the list of recruiters you wish to contact, send us a request to join the STAR Advisor group on LinkedIn. Be sure to do so by going to the URL shown here, because this group does not appear in the LinkedIn directory. When you receive notice that you've been accepted to the group, you can proceed to contact recruiters using the methods we'll discuss shortly. But first, be sure to tell our other advisors about the type of opportunities you're searching for. We have a single discussion for this that you'll find under Manager's Choice. Scanning this regularly will help you and other advisors watch out for great opportunities for each other. The last preparatory step is to make a few final tweaks to your LinkedIn profile. In addition to the changes recommended in our first training, be sure to add this line to your professional headline, which appears immediately below your name. Doing so can quickly tell recruiters why you're contacting them and encourage them to open messages from you. Also, create a new entry in the current section of your profile, specifying STAR Performer as the company and STAR Advisor for Recruiters as the title. There's no need here, or ever, to say you volunteered for a position. Doing so is essentially advertising that you're unemployed and can turn off some recruiters. The first step in working with your chosen recruiters is to make contact. Before doing so, be sure to make notes about which STAR groups each belongs to. That's important because it will help you determine whether they follow your advice. We've provided a workbook that you are welcome to use or adapt for this purpose. You can download it at the URL shown. As you send your messages, we recommend you use the message templates indicated here, one for current STAR group members, the other for non-members. You're free to modify these, or you can use them as is, just filling in the blanks. Beginning 48 hours after you've sent your first messages, begin going online daily to check on the progress of your recruiters. If they reply to your message, you know you're moving forward, but there's a more subtle way to check. Look at the profile for each recruiter. On the right-hand side of the page, you'll see a list of groups that you share with them, but you should also check the longer list of groups at the bottom of the profile page. Changes can occur in either place, and if you're not a member of the STAR subgroups your recruiter has chosen to join, be sure to do so. Getting a response is a great first step, but as the old saying goes, the fortune is in the follow-up. As soon as you see a recruiter has taken action, send out message number 2, again, starting with the template we've provided. The goal of this message is to get an appointment to speak with them, and the message is designed to help with that. It details the type of support you'll provide for them, support that you can give only after you discuss their hiring needs. When recruiters don't respond in any way, send a single follow-up message 1 week after the original. But if that doesn't produce results, let that recruiter go for 45 days, and note the date on your progress worksheet. You don't want to be seen as a pest. When you reach your recruiter by phone, it's time to make a great impression. After you've introduced yourself, thank them again for joining specific STAR groups. Let them know that you're there to help them get the greatest possible value from their membership. More on how you'll do that in just a moment. Ask them to take a few minutes to explain their most immediate and important hiring needs, as well as their longer-term or general requirements. When they do, that's your cue to be quiet and take great notes that will help you help them. Have your list of the STAR groups they've joined handy, and if what they tell you suggests they should join additional groups, tell them. You also can tell them that our research shows that a specific approach to posting a job is most efficient. Offer to send them the URL of an example. We can't give you such a URL because job postings expire every 2 weeks. But here's a great example so you can choose one for yourself. Great job postings are easy to review quickly because they have the title and the location in the headline area, which is called the job title area when someone's posting a job. When you go to the full listing, All the information is easy to scan too, starting with the position summary, the key areas of responsibility, basic job requirements, preferred requirements, and either contact information or how to apply. As you close your conversation with a recruiter, ask them to alert you every time they post a job in the STAR groups by emailing the URL of that job to you. They should be convinced to do so when you explain that it helps you ensure they get the maximum exposure for their posting. Here's a summary of how you'll do that. Your first step is immediately to click that you like that post, as you see here. We recommend that you make regularly scheduled comments on their job postings. More on that in a second. We'll also show you how to identify potential candidates for a specific opening within the STAR groups. And finally, for recruiters who have posted 10 or more job openings simultaneously, you can bring them special attention. Send a LinkedIn message to me, Jay Craker, with the recruiter's name, their company, and profile URL, and we'll highlight their activity in the weekly announcement that goes to all STAR Performer members. Whenever one of your recruiters posts a job, note the date in your recruiter tracking workbook so you can add comments on schedule 3, 6, and 9 days after it's posted. We spread out these comments because whenever you add a new one, that job posting rises to the top of the pile on our job board, just as if it were posted moments ago, and your recruiter's job gets more attention. Feel free to personalize your own comments, but here are a couple to get you started. Whatever you write, you'll be raising the profile of the post. We also recommend that you identify candidates on behalf of your recruiters. To do this, we'll use the advanced search feature of LinkedIn, just as you did when you built your list of recruiters. We'll start by specifying the all-important keywords that relate to the job, in this case, human resources. I'll choose a location based on where the employer is located, and I'll choose the largest possible radius, 100 miles, around the employer to get the most possible candidates. In the relationship area, I'll specify group members, people who belong to the same groups I do, so that we're searching the STAR Performer database. And last, I may specify seniority levels, depending on the nature of the job, and then search. Here are my results. I have a very ample list from which to send messages to individual people, asking them if they or someone they know may be interested in this position. To recap our search methods, be sure to use the connector OR when you want to identify people who have any of a list of keywords in their profile, such as human resources or HR. And for terms that contain more than one word, such as human resources, place a hyphen between them when searching, so LinkedIn looks for the words in succession. As you identify candidates, look at their profiles briefly. Often, but not always, you'll see that you can send them a message directly because you're both members of a shared group. Again, you're welcome to use the message we've provided as a template for this. Okay, you've done the work. You've developed a relationship with recruiters. They know you've been promoting their positions because they see your comments, and perhaps a candidate or two has mentioned that you pointed out an opening to them. Now it's your turn. As soon as you spot an opening that looks right for you, contact the recruiter, tell them you're interested, and ask if they would please recommend you if they like your resume. Chances are, because you've helped them, they'll be happy to help you. It's also possible that another STAR advisor will alert you when they spot an opportunity that matches your interests. Or you may see an opening posted on the STAR groups that was posted by another recruiter who has his own STAR advisor. Either way that happens, ask the other advisor to tell their recruiter that they know another STAR advisor, you, and you're interested in one of their positions. By letting them make the first contact with the recruiter, you're turning a cold call into a warm call. As soon as that first contact is made, you can follow up directly with the recruiter, providing your resume and reminding them that your STAR Advisor colleague sent you. We encourage you to think of our STAR Advisor group as members of your network, all of us working together to identify opportunities for each other. Be a part of that. Be sure to routinely scan the group discussion where other advisors are describing their ideal opportunities, so you can alert them directly when you spot one. You also can help each other by creating and contributing to discussions within the group about what's working best as you develop relationships with recruiters. If, after that, you find you still have questions about how Star Performer or the Star Advisor system works, send a LinkedIn message to me, Jay Craker, Chief Evangelist of Star Performer. Finally, you can download the slides from our first training session or from today's session using the links shown, so you can review this information anytime. Thanks for joining us.